Well, you could be making yourself depressed, fat, sick, not even realize it. And cracking the metabolic code, Dr. Jim LaValle says the pressures of modern life can actually kill you. And he joins us now with a 5-second stress test that everyone should take and much more, because your book actually seeks to help you reduce that stress that could kill you.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the reason I wrote the book was after 20 years being in an integrative practice, I didn't think people really understood the tools that they needed to help them to kind of attain a level of health and vitality versus just waiting for a disease to hit.
Right. And I'm always struck by the fact, and I always say this to my husband, we have no idea how much pressure we're under at the end of a day, and you're so tired and you can't. We do a lot, all of us do, in modern day life.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, just getting here this morning, I mean, a cab in Washington, D.C. for me, from the Midwest, it was stressful. And, our body identifies that as a white tiger that's chasing us. And all those stress hormones course through us. And when we're not getting rid of those, it creates some dramatic effects on your metabolism and things that can really alter the way you feel.
Because it's got to go somewhere.
Absolutely.
Okay, we want to get to all that very fascinating topic. Let's take the stress test first.
Sure.
This is the short one we've been telling folks about. We're urging them to really to get the book, but here's what you can do at home. Okay, so these are the questions that you're asking, right? Do you crave food? Now, I say, sure, like sometimes I want something salty, sometimes sweet. How do I know when it's too much? I don't know, so I'll just say, yes. Okay, the next one is, are you gaining weight? Well, I'm working to not gain weight, but...
How's it going?
You know, yeah, okay. Right. Number 3, so I'll do that. And do you need caffeine to stay alert? I will say no.
Good for you.
I will say no. I just do 2 a day. Number 4, do you have trouble sleeping? I think because we work this early schedule, it's kind of unfair. When my head hits the pillow, I go fast asleep. So is that okay?
Well, you know what you really need to realize.
But I also work really early hours.
Well, that's the thing. And that, you know, we know that people that work night shift hours or have skewed hours do have more risk in terms of health issues. So it is important to remember that. Okay,
and number 5 is, do you get colds and the flu a lot? And I do get colds and flu a lot. So this right here is the test that's going to show you. When do you know when you're in trouble? Number 6, do you feel anxious and nervous? Not really, so I'll say no with that one too. But how many should you have gotten yes or no to really be in trouble?
You know, if you answer any one of those and it's significant, craving patterns for carbohydrates and sweets, especially at night, mean that your brain is trying to help you to cool down at night. Because your brain heats up in the day to get active and to do all the things you got to get done, and it's supposed to cool off at night. And literally, the craving patterns will overtake you in order to cool your brain down so that it can get ready to go to sleep. So any one of those, if they're significant, could mean that chronic stress is overcoming your chemistry and really leading you to some significant issues with your chronic issues of health. So, you know, diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's, these are not small things that are associated with the impact of stress on your health.
Okay, and the body is so magnificent, it does tell you what you need. You just need to know why it's saying what it's saying, right?
Well, once again, if you're craving a lot of sweets, it means that your body's saying, you know what, you need to slow down. It's understanding what you're supposed to do when these signals come to you that is the key, and that's why I wrote the book.
You also talk about top 3 relationship killers. I think this is interesting. That you can make you lose your health, you know, 10 years reduction on your lifespan, I would imagine. What are these 3 things that are killing us with our relationships?
Well, a big one, of course, is loss of sleep. I mean, there's a lot of data now showing, you know, 73% more likelihood to become obese if you have 5 hours of sleep a night versus 7. Excess intake of sugar, absolutely related to diabetes, the development of insulin resistance, gaining weight, visceral fat. All that will have a significant impact. And the third one is you got to watch the stimulants. People are up to, you know, drinking several hundred milligrams a day of caffeine just to get themselves through the course of their day. All of those are bad habits that are going to lead to some pretty disastrous consequences.
All right, and you say also quit eating refined sugar, too much caffeine, and get 8 hours of sleep. You say 7, but I say 8 hours of sleep.
7 to 9 is the cutoff point in all the literature. When you look at studies, 7 to 9. So I tell people, get to that point. Absolutely.
Do you get that much sleep at night?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, if the doctor says it, I believe it. Again, the book is Cracking the Metabolic Code, and more importantly, 9 keys to your optimal health. Bob, back to you.